What's going on, guys? My name is Eldeniro and welcome to episode 129 of my Man United career mode series. We're starting this episode off with a game against Leicester City because I thought that would be the perfect opportunity, and there'd be enough symbolism in there for me to explain how in this episode things might change a little bit because you guys are going to decide the future of this series. If you look in the description, there's a straw poll with some options from clubs that I know for a fact that I can go to. I'm not going to talk you through each of them just yet, and if you don't have any patience at all, you can go and vote on it right now. Voting is going to close tomorrow sometime, or maybe at midnight tonight, I'm not too sure, but usually you can tell with these things anyway. There's never too much of a dramatic increase, like most people are generally on the same page. But as you can see, in the 5th minute of this game, Hector Villalba gives us the lead in what actually went down as an own goal from Martinelli, I do believe. But we're back at the King Power Stadium where we started off, and I just thought I would include this game in this episode because it would be a pretty nice thing to do. But at the end of this match, when this match is over, we're going to look at the stature and the squad reports and everything else about the 3 clubs that I could be potentially moving to because I've gone and applied for their jobs in a different save and learned that I can't get them. The weird thing is, as we go 2-0 up in the 15th minute, Villalba showing no loyalty to Leicester as he celebrates his goal. The weird thing is, in the last episode I showed you guys a look at the browse jobs section of this save, and there was an opening for Borussia Dortmund, and that actually wasn't there at all. When I tried, I know how the game works. I know you have to be meeting all of your targets. I know that you look at the jobs that are available, then you back out, and then you go back into the game, and then sometimes there's different jobs. The Dortmund one just did not reappear. Categorically, it didn't happen. As you see, Raphael Varane gives away a penalty in the 34th minute on his first game back from injury, which was really good. I was really happy with that. And then Yassine Benzia scores for Leicester City. Leicester have had a job opening available as well for literally 4 years now, and every time I apply to it, they tell me no, regardless of my current stance in the league or the fact that all of my goals are on target. They say no, and it's the same with Bayer Leverkusen, whose job becomes available, and they say no too. And I said in last year's career mode wishlist video that I did that one of the things I really want to see in this game is more job offers, because with a series like this, and I don't just mean for YouTube purposes, I mean like in general, if you guys are playing career mode, it does get a little bit stale to be playing the same league teams over and over and over. And the difference between this and my West Ham career mode is that the West Ham career mode has the latest updates installed. So there's been managerial changes, there's been formation changes, and generally the teams that you come up against are completely different from the teams presented in this series. But I've been playing this series since the game came out now, and there's been like no change at all. All the teams just play in the exact same way, the exact same ethos put down on every single team, the same formations, and it's just a little bit ridiculous at this stage. So I wanted more job offers, and I haven't had any, and it's really hard to actually just leave the club that you're with. Whereas in real life, if you're a manager who has won so many titles, so many honours, like taking Leicester City from relegation fodder to champions 2 seasons in a row, not to mention extended Champions League runs, to move into Man United and reinstate them as a dominant force in European football, and you don't get a job offer at teams like Bayer Leverkusen because of it, I just think that that's so ridiculous. But we end that game with a 2-2 draw. Leicester really did fight back really hard. They were very difficult to play against, and we go into our first potential job offer, which is for Fiorentina. As you can see, they want us to qualify for Europe, but bizarrely they have given us no money to do so, with a £2.5 million transfer budget. Now this job takes place, it's really important that you guys understand when these jobs take place. This one is January 2021, which is basically the transfer window that would take place about 4 weeks after the game against Leicester City. This is a look at the Fiorentina team, and one of the difficulties about joining a team this late in FIFA 15 career modes is that the teams don't ever actually change. They don't tend to get involved in too many transfers. It seems as if 1 or 2 transfers a year is all that the AI teams ever do, and because of that, the Fiorentina team is sort of packed out with subpar regens who do not look like they will ever evolve into anything, and incredibly old players who will be really difficult to sell. So I think going to Fiorentina would mean no transfers that season. This is a look at the Serie A table. Napoli just above Fiorentina, they're the other team. They're goal is to qualify for Europe as well, but they have a very, very nice budget. Now this also takes place in January 2021, so again this would be about 4 or 5 weeks after the game against Leicester City. It's a shame that Napoli have no goalkeepers, but I think we can work with that. They do have a really good looking team though. The thing is, they have a lot of regens who don't look like they're ever going to amount to anything, and they're lacking some fullbacks, and they kind of lack a little bit of defensive stability, I think, and the midfield is a strange one. It seems inconsistent, but there is still a lot of talent in that team, and it is one that I actually would be quite excited to go to if you guys feel like voting for Fiorentina, because I just like the look of Callahan, Mertens and Insigne, because they look as good, if not even better than they are when they start out, even though they're all like aging really badly at this point. And then the final option is to manage Bayern Munich, who have a budget of 76 million. Now this would not happen until November 2021, so that's about 12, essentially a year after the Man United versus Leicester game, so I don't know if that might ruin it for a lot of people. But their team is relatively unchanged in terms of its big stars. At the same time though, they've added Juan Mata to the team, who I actually gave to them, I think, in exchange for somebody else, in exchange for Timo Huppertz, actually it was. They have Adnan Januzaj, who they bought as an actual AI transfer, and up front they have Neymar, who is a player I'd be really excited to use, and he's rated 90. So basically the voting is going to begin. You guys get to vote right now. I think voting will close tomorrow, and we'll see what team I end up going to, or if I end up staying at Man United. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like, that would be much appreciated. I've been El Dinero, thanks for watching.